needles. I kept thinking, this is the last one. This is the last one. Please don't let anything go wrong.
Everything went just the way we figured it.
Where's Cy?
In the car, I'll be in a minute.
I even had the radio on a while ago. Well, I thought they might mention something. You know, a bank robbery and all, well, that's not small potatoes. Everything did go all right, didn't it? I mean, there was no trouble.
No trouble. Only, Kathy, you see, we didn't exactly...
In here. Say, home again. Oh, what a beautiful piece of surprise on her face. Oh, man, this tickles me.
Let me handle this side.
Who is he?
Who is he? Oh, what kind of a question is that to ask? Where are your manners, doll? We bring a guest home, and you immediately get personal.
Where'd you get this, boy? What's he doing here?
Come on, kid. Let me take you into the next room and make you comfortable. We do want to take care of you, don't we? Watch it. That's it. Easy. Up.
All right, Eddie, tell me about it.
Look, Kathy, the way we figured, you hit a bank, you make maybe $10,000, maybe $15,000. This kid is worth a cool $250,000.
You kidnapped him.
That's the way it looks, Kathy.
Have you lost your mind? Have you gone completely out of your mind? Do you know what the penalty is for kidnapping?
Will you relax a little? Will you try to relax a little?
You said it would be a bank. You said it would be the last job.
So I was lying. It wasn't a bank. We didn't go anywhere near a bank.
Eddie, you can get the electric chair for this.
Only if the kid ain't returned before the case goes to court.
How long have you been planning this?
About 6 months now.
What?
Oh, calm down, will you? Look, we did it. So there's no sense in getting excited.
Who is he?
Bobby King.
Who's Bobby King?
His old man is a big wheel in Granger's Shoe. You know the company. They put out these expensive shoes for dames.
Look, I'm your wife, Eddie. Well, why didn't you tell me you were planning this?
Because I didn't figure you'd go for it.
Get him out of here.
Look.
You talking about the mess, but you ain't by the beat, though.
this? What's all the shouting about?
Oh, Diane, I just talked to Hadley. I'm leaving for Boston in the morning.
Oh, why? What's in Boston?
Just a chunk of stock that'll give us complete ownership in that company. Hadley says he'll sell. Do you realize what this means? For $500,000, we'll own it lock, stock, and barrel.
$500,000? Well, Doug, that's a lot of money.
Excuse me, dear. Hello?
Mr. King,
Yes?
now you listen and listen hard, because I'm only going to say this once. We've got your son. He's safe, and he'll stay that way so long as you do what we say. And we want $250,000 in unmarked bills.
What are you talking about?
Small denominations, and we want it tomorrow.
Who is this?
We'll contact you in the morning with further instructions. Don't call the police.
What's the matter? Doug, what's the matter?
What's the matter? I heard you yelling clear down the driveway.
Where have you been?
A no place. I was out front waiting for Jeff. Why?
Doug, what is this all about?
Someone just called and said they were holding you for ransom.
Some sense of humor.
Whoever called wasn't joking.
What a terrible thing to do. If Bobby hadn't been home, we'd have been out of our minds. Maybe it was some kind of crank.
Didn't sound like one.
Car's ready, Mr. King. Is this yours or Jeff's?
Well, that's not mine. Where is Jeff? He's supposed to meet me 10 minutes ago.
Reynolds, when did you see Jeff last?
A couple of hours ago.
What was he wearing?
What they always wear.
Where'd you find that sneaker?
Near the front gate. Why? Something wrong?
Excuse me. Get me the police.
Missing boy is your chauffeur's son.
Yes.
What's your son's name, Mr. Reynolds?
Jeff? Jeffrey Reynolds?
How old is he, sir?
He's the same age as I am, 18.
Do the boys look alike?
Not particularly.
How was he dressed, Mr. Reynolds?
Oh, he was dressed just about the way I am.
Do you have a picture of your son, sir?
I have one. I'll get it for you.
Thank you, Mother.
I think I can cut this short. The reason I called you was so the police could go after the kidnappers as soon as they let Jeff go.
Mr. King, what makes you think they'll let him go?
Well, because we got the wrong boy, and as soon as they find that out,
Well, how do you propose we let them know, Mr. King?
Jeff will tell them.
I suppose they don't believe him.
Well, why shouldn't they?
Well, we hope they do, Mr. King, but we can't be sure. They may think the whole thing is a trick. I mean, in the meantime, we have to proceed on the assumption that they won't believe him.
I don't have to proceed on any assumption, Mr. Coretta. If you'd stay out of it, I'm convinced they'd let Jeff go as soon as they discover their mistake. On the other hand, any police activity may jeopardize the boy's life.
Mr. King, the boy's life is already in jeopardy.
I don't agree with you.
Well, I'm afraid it is not up to you, Mr. King. Now, in 7 days, if the boy is not returned, the FBI can edit the case on the automatic assumption that a state line has been crossed. Until that time, the case belongs in the jurisdiction of the state in which the crime was committed. In this state, in this city, the local precinct handles the case. Now, that's us, Mr. King. Mr. Reynolds, what time
Here's
was
the
it?
picture. That's Jeff.
Thanks, Bobby. Raj. Get this out for caffeine.
I see. Bye, Mr. King.
Mr.
I'm
Raj.
sorry, Mr. Coretta. But I can't go along with all this.
Mr. King. Mr. King, what do you do for a living?
I run a shoe factory, but I
don't know
fail to
anything
see...
about shoes, Mr. King, except that I wear them. Now, I wouldn't dream of going into your shoe factory and telling your employees how to nail a sole, a glue heel...
I get the
etc.
message, Mr. Coretta.
You get part of the message. You get the part that is warning you to...
Warning me?
Warning you to cut out what might be interpreted as impeding the progress of an investigation. That's the part you get. Now, I'm going to tell you the other part. And I hope both parts sink in, Mr. King, because I'm here to do a job, and I intend to do it with or without your help. Now, I assume you know your job, otherwise you wouldn't be living in a house like this. It would help us both if you would assume that I know my job, that I will not jeopardize this boy's life, and that any questions I ask you are asked for a reason and a purpose. It would make things a lot easier if you would answer them without offering any of your opinions on how this case should or should not be conducted. Do you think we understand each other, Mr. King?
We understand each other, Mr. Coretta.
My name is Corella. 2 L's.
I'll try to remember.
Now, I don't know what's going on out there. I don't care what your afternoon circulation is. No, I wouldn't try calling the house either. We got to keep the lines free for any... Look, will you get off my back? And stay off the phone. We got enough trouble with our reporters. Reporters act as if this was a picnic and a hayride.
Well, everybody wants to help. The trouble is they don't... 87 Squad, Detective Klink. No, sir, the lieutenant's not here right now. He went down to headquarters, I think. Yes, sir, on the kidnapping. That's receiving top priority right now.
Car 207, car 207, signal 13. Join and assist car 204 at Douglas King Estate, Smoke Bluff, adjacent River Highway on Smoke Bluff Road. Car 207, car 207. At Douglas King Estate, Smoke Bluff, adjacent River Highway on Smoke Bluff Road.
What did I tell you? Tell them not to call the cops? The first thing they do.
You really expect to get away with this, Si?
Why, certainly. And all because of your husband's hobby. And me, I've got a hobby. It's worthless. Jazz. But Eddie's hobby, radios. I love them. You outline it for her, Eddie.
She don't want to hear about it.
She don't. What's the matter with you, baby? Are you cold-hearted or something? This gig is going down in history, believe me. And all because Eddie knows radios. Oh, yeah, right now, all we're getting from this monster are police calls. But in a little while, when I think of it, I get goosebumps.
Si, she's not interested.
I'm interested in anything you do, Eddie.
Why, sure she is. The little woman.
Attention all cars. Attention all cars. Be on the lookout for an 18-year-old boy, 5 feet 11 inches, 162 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes, last seen wearing sports shirt, tan slacks, white socks, and possibly one sneaker.
The kid's famous.
The boy's name is Jeffrey Reynolds, the son of Charles Reynolds, chauffeur on the King Estate.
What's he talking about, Si?
Shut up. No, they're lying. They're just trying to put something over on us.
On police radio, Si? Well, they don't even know we're listening.
No, they're just trying to get us. And they're pulling a dirty trick.
How could we have grabbed the wrong kid?
He ain't the wrong kid.
But suppose he is. It means you've gone to all this trouble for nothing. We're in trouble for nothing.
You gonna believe what the police tell you?
Well, who do you want me to believe, Si?
That's right, why not? Now, look, I tell you that kid in there is Bobby King. Now, how about that?
Well, let's ask him who he is. He didn't hear that police call, so let's just ask him who he is, huh?
Sure. Come on, let's ask him. What's your name?
Jeff.
Jeff what?
Jeff Reynolds.
What's your father's name?
Charles.
What's your mother's name?
My mother's dead.
Where do you live?
On the Douglas King Estate.
Don't give us the Douglas King Estate. Well, we know he's your father.
My father? My father's Mr. King's chauffeur.
Punk.
Leave him alone!
Don't get smart with me. Now, we know you're Bobby King. What'd you do? You hear that police call?
I didn't hear any police call.
Actually, when you stop to figure it out, what difference does it make?
What?
Whether he's King's kid or not.
I don't follow.
I'm going to call up King again. I'm going to tell him I don't care if it's his kid or his chauffeur's kid or his lousy cook's kid. We want the money.
He won't pay, Si.
Well, if he doesn't pay, this little boy is going to be in a big heap of trouble. And I don't think that a man in Mr. King's position would want that to happen. Do you?
Look, you got nothing to worry about. When they find out they got your kid by mistake, they'll just turn him loose, that's all.
It just seems we should have heard something by now.
Look, what's the holdup?
Look, you got nothing to worry about.
I don't understand.
The boy been kidnapped here.
They turned him loose. Wouldn't someone have seen him already?
Well, it's about time.
Look, stop worrying, will you? Everything will be okay.
Look, on that kidnapping case, we want to break down on all stolen cars during the past week, so get a list out here right away. Douglas King Estate, right off Smoke Bluff Road. Yeah, thank you.
They have any news?
Well, I was only talking to the auto squad, Mr. Reynolds.
Oh, stop worrying. The kid will be back.
What do you think? Well, I don't know.
Come on, Charles. Get something to eat. Hello? This is Cassidy? What? Never mind the hop-along wisecracks. Look, I'm finished with this smoke bluff installation. You got anything else for me? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. All right, so long. Well, that does it.
You all finished?
Pick it up. You got a line to the main office. You gonna try tracing the call?
If we get another call to trace.
You sure your men have a thorough enough description of the boy?
Yes, I'm sure, Mrs. King.
Mr. King, could you sign for this installation, please? It's for the trunk line to the main office.
All right.
There's some more information I got to get from you, Mr. King. Is that the only number you got in the house?
No, I have two. That one and my private line.
Okay, well, I just wanted to know so we don't get the lines all fouled up. Well, good luck.
I think all this is unnecessary. They may have let the boy go already. What do you expect them to do? Deliver him to the front door?
No.
I'll get it.
Oh, wait a minute. Get the trunk out.
Aren't you afraid they'll hang up if you don't answer right away?
Stand by.
All right, go ahead, Mr. King.
Hello? This is Douglas King.
Now you listen, and listen careful, King.
I'm listening.
It's him. Get started.
Now, we heard the radio, and we don't care whose kid this is. He's still alive and healthy, and we still want that money. You got that. We still want the money.
You want...
Jeff all right?
Yes, he's all right.
How do you know?
Did you talk to him?
No, they said he was.
Well, when are they going to let him go?
They didn't say.
They know they got the wrong boy, don't they?
Yes, they know.
I don't understand. You said as soon as they found out, they'd turn
Well,
him loose.
they've got certain details to work out, and I...
What kind of details?
Charles, there isn't anything more you can do here now. Why don't you go get some rest?
Come on, Charles.
I don't think I can.
Come on.
We'll call you as soon as anything happens. Don't worry.
He's my son, Mrs. King.
Something went wrong.
I'd like to talk to my wife alone, if you don't mind, please.
Call us if the telephone rings, Mr. King.
Yes, I shall.
What did they say to you?
They want me to pay the ransom. They know they've got Jeff, but they still want me to pay.
He really is all right, then.
I don't think you understand, Diane.
Well, what's there to understand? We have to do whatever they say.
They want me to pay $250,000 for someone else's son. Do you know what that means?
I think I do.
Diane, when I made that stock deal this afternoon, I committed myself for every cent that I could dig up. I even took a mortgage on this house. If I pay that ransom...
What do you mean, if you pay?
Well, he's not my son.
But they asked you for the money.
Yes, there's a bunch of crooks. Why should I play the game according to their rules?
For a very simple reason. If you don't, they may kill Jeff.
For all I know, he may be dead already. Well, they didn't put him on the telephone.
How can you even consider that possibility?
For $250,000, I have a right to consider every possibility.
You can't gamble with Jeff's life.
Who has a better right? They're asking me for the money.
Doug! They meant to take Bobby! It's our responsibility.
It's not my responsibility.
Look, if Jeff were drowning and you were standing on the shore, you'd automatically jump in after him, wouldn't you? That's all I'm asking of you now, Doug. Save him, please.
I'd do anything for him, even risk my life, you know that. But I will not throw everything I've worked for away just because somebody points a finger at me and says, go ahead, you can afford it. Because right now I can't.
How can you talk
You know
about
what happens to me if I pay the ransom? I'll tell you what happens. By Monday morning, everyone will know I tried a power grab that failed. I'll be finished at Granger's. Nobody will touch me with a 10-foot pole. I'll be right back where I was when we started. Only I'm 20 years older. That's too old to start over. I'm a man fighting for his life.
You're a man about to commit murder.
Yeah, what is it, King?
I'm going upstairs. You'll want to stay near the phone.
Yeah, that's right.
You heard what the kidnappers wanted.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to pay them.
That's what I figured.
You disapprove.
Oh, come on, King. What do you want my approval for? I'm not here to make moral judgments. I'm just here to try to get the kid back.
I suppose that if you were in my place, you'd pay them.
All right, since you asked, yes, I think I would.
I knew you'd say that. Makes you feel noble and it doesn't cost you a cent. Well, let me tell you something. You just go out and earn yourself $250,000 and put 20 years of your life into it. Then have someone ask you to wipe it out all overnight. Then you give the real answer. The one that counts. Don't be so sure what it'll be.
It's a blanket. I'm afraid you'll catch cold in here.
Proceed to intersection of Cambria and Newbridge. We want a block there to cover the whole intersection. You'll have 311 to assist you. You got that, 307?
You hear this, Si? What's the matter? They got roadblocks springing up like mushrooms. How are we going to use the car?
Well, we changed the license plates in the car, didn't we? And I'll be driving it alone, won't I? So come on, relax. Stop worrying, will you?
Eddie, after you get the money, what'll happen to the boy?
We'll leave him here, call King, tell him where he is.
That's not what Si has in mind.
Oh, stop it, will you? All Si wants is his share of the loot, that's all.
And you? What do you want?
Same thing.
And how far would you go to get it? How bad do you want that money, Eddie?
Very bad. Got any cigarettes?
No, no cigarettes.
Si, you got any cigarettes?
What?
I said, you got any cigarettes?
Yeah, there's some in my coat there.
Ain't got any, Si.
There's a carton in the car. Now, will you stop bugging me and let me shave? Huh?
Do you stop at murder, Eddie? Si is planning to kill that boy.
You're crazy.
It's part of his scheme. He can't chance leaving the boy alive to identify him. Eddie, please. I have to know where you stand.
You want to know where I stand, huh?
I've got to know.
All right. I want to go to Mexico. I want to go first class. I want the best rooms and the best hotels. I want waiters that bow and scrape to me. I want to be somebody, Kathy. I want to have something after all those crummy little stick-ups. I want to have something, so don't ask me where I stand. I want that money real bad. It's the only way I know. It's the only way, believe me.
Oh, no. No, it isn't, Eddie. We can leave now. We can take the boy with us. Take him back to his father.
No.
Oh, Eddie, please. We can go to Mexico anyway, and we'll be together, and we wouldn't be running.
Oh, no.
Oh, Eddie, please.
Leave me alone. I need a smoke.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the car for a pack of cigarettes. Do you mind?
I'll go with you.
I don't want any company.
Be quiet. I'm gonna get you out of here. Come on.
Nobody's going anywhere until tomorrow morning. You just make yourself comfortable, huh? And maybe I won't tell your husband what you're trying to pull.
Mr. King?
Yes?
Adrian Score, sir. The man who always knows the score, eh?
What can I do for you?
I believe I have some business to discuss with you.
Well, it's a little late for business, isn't it?
It's never too late for business, is it?
What sort of business did you have in mind?
Kidnapping.
Come in. What about kidnapping?
You want your son back, Mr. King?
My son wasn't kidnapped.
No, Mr. King. Let's be honest with each other, huh? We're both businessmen, are we not? Very well, then. You can tell the police or the reporters anything you want, but you're now dealing with Adrian Score. Honesty, huh? I asked you a question.
And I gave you an answer.
And that's what I like, Mr. King. Hard-headed business. You're probably saying to yourself right now, who is this Adrian Score? Well, I'll tell you, sir. Adrian Score is the man who's going to get your son back.
Do you know where the Reynolds boy is?
All right. If you prefer, it's your chauffeur's son. And a very clever ruse indeed it is, if you'll permit me to say so. In any case, do you want that boy back?
Of course we do.
No need to raise your voice. If you want your son back, Adrian Score is the man. I know who kidnapped your son, Mr. King.
Who?
You want the boy back, safe and sound?
I'd like it fine. Who?
My services are available for the asking.
How much?
$5,000.
Who's got the boy?
Well, we're both businessmen, Mr. King. Does Macy's tell Gimbals? $5,000, sir.
How can I be sure that you can get the boy back?
You'll have to accept my word for that.
In business, Mr. Score, I accept no one's word.
That's an admirable trait, Mr. King. But a good businessman also knows when his back is to the wall. Would you rather pay $250,000 to achieve the identical result?
No, I wouldn't.
Then I beg you to act with all possible haste. These ruthless men were suspected I'd contacted you.
Which men, Score? Which men are you talking about?
I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir.
How did you sneak past our men at the gate?
Perhaps, Mr. King, if you would do me the honors of introducing...
I'll introduce myself, even though we've already met. Detective Roger Havlin, 87th Precinct. Ring a bell? This is Detective Corella.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Hello, Score.
I see you're still disguised as a leech.
Huh?
What's this all about?
Adrian Score, Mr. King. One of the cutest con men in the business. He specializes in grief. Whenever a kid is missing, you find Score right there. With a plan for getting the kid back. At a nominal fee, of course.
This is absurd, Mr. King. Certainly two businessmen can
You
discuss...
louse. I'm going to arrest you as an accessory to a kidnapping.
Accessory?
Yes, accessory. A person who willfully gives false information concerning a kidnapping while knowing that information to be false.
False? False?
Move, Score. Get going. Move.
I'll sue you for false arrest.
Anytime.
I thought I've seen all kinds, but...
Hey, stick around, King. Score is only the beginning. You'll have every con man in this city hopping on this one. You won't be able to tell the real kidnappers from the fake ones.
How do we know we're dealing with the real ones?
We don't. We just have to assume we are.
What are our chances of catching them?
And we got some good tire tracks outside. The only real hope you have in a kidnapping case, King, is to trace the bills after the ransom has been paid.
And if I don't pay the ransom?
And we still try to reach the boy before.
Before what, Gorilla?
Just keep talking as long as you can.
What'll I say?
Say anything, just keep him talking.
Stand by. And about the money?
All right, tell him we've got the money. We've got to make him think we're playing ball. All right, go on, answer.
Hello? Yes, this is Mr. King. Who's speaking, please?
Now, you know who it is. Now, don't play dumb.
He's on the line now. Get moving.
I'm sorry. I didn't recognize your voice.
Have you got the money, Mr. King?
Well,
Yes or no? Have you got it?
Say yes.
yes, I have it.
Are you wearing a wristwatch, King?
What?
What's happening there? I said he's on the line now.
Now, my watch says exactly 8:31. Now, you set yours for the same time. Did you set it?
Yes, I said it.
Keep him talking. We've got it traced back to Central Exchange.
Now, the rest I'm going to say fast and only once, so you get it the first time, King. You are to leave the house at 10 p.m. sharp, and you are to be carrying the money in a plain carton. You will go straight to your car, the tan sedan, license number 2B9777. Now, this is the car you will use. Do you understand, King?
Yes, I understand.
You will drive away from your house and away from Smoke Bluff. You will be watched, King. So don't attempt to put anybody in the car with you, and don't allow the police to follow you. If you are followed, King, we will kill the boy. Now, do you understand that?
Yes, I have it.
You will continue driving, Mr. King, until you receive further instructions, and that's all you have to know for now. Leave the house at 10 p.m. sharp, alone, and with the money.
Keep him talking.
Wait.
What is it now, Mr. King?
When do we get the boy back?
We'll let you know when we get the money.
Is he still alive?
He's still alive.
Let me talk to him.
No.
That's it. How far did you get?
He just hung up. Did you What? Yeah, I know. Okay, thanks. It didn't matter anyway, Steve. He was using a dial phone. As soon as I got back to Central, it got lost in the automatic equipment.
Yeah.
Well, what do we do now?
I guess we do what the man said.
What now?
I don't know. Do you see anything?
What do you mean?
Car following us, pedestrian signaling us, anything?
No, nothing.
You gotta get those further instructions. That's what I'd like to know.
What are you doing now?
Be quiet.
Where's I now?
You see that map over there?
Mm-hmm.
You see the star on it?
Yeah.
That's where Cy is.
What's he doing there?
Waiting.
For what?
$250,000.
What time have you got?
10:15.
What made you decide to stick your neck out, King?
I am what I am, Corella. I can't pay that boy's ransom because it would mean destroying myself. But don't you believe that I want to see Jeff dead? If I can't give those men the money that they want, I'll fight them this way. By coming along. By doing something.
What's that?
I have a telephone in the car.
Answer.
Hello?
All right.
right, Mr. King. Now, this is it. And I want you to listen carefully. I'll be giving instructions for as long as it takes you to get where we want you to go. Do you understand?
Yes, I'm listening.
Now, nobody's going to be able to help you in this, Mr. King, because this conversation can't possibly be traced. I'm using a radio transmitter with a keying device, not a telephone. So if you're thinking of stopping and telling anybody about this, you better get that idea out of your mind. Because we know just how long it's going to take you to get where you're going. So no tricks, please. Where are you now?
I don't know where I am.
Well, you check at the first cross street.
I'm approaching the corner of 39th and Culver.
All right. Now you turn left on 40th. You keep going south till you reach Grover Avenue. And then you turn left again.
Eddie, let's get out of this. Please.
Where are you now, Mr. King?
Approaching the toll gate on the Black Rock span.
All right. Now you just pay that toll and no tricks, please. If that car's followed, we'll kill the boy.
87th Precinct, please.
87th Squad, Meyer.
Listen, this is Patrolman Umberson, badge number 942. I'm in a toll booth on the Black Rock Turnpike.
Yeah, what is it, Umberson?
Well, a tan car went through here, license number 2B9777. And the guy inside gave me a badge and a note asking me to call you.
What kind of a badge?
A detective.
What was the number?
Just a second. It's, 7145236.
It's Corella. What did the note say?
Says, call 87 Squad. Tell them King contacted by radio transmission to car telephone. Try to get a fix. That make any sense to you?
That makes a lot of sense, mister. Right.
Call it off, Eddie. We can take the boy and we can go off to Mexico, the two of
Calling
us together.
anything off. I gotta go through with this, Kathy.
All right. We just passed exit 16.
Turn off at 17 and drive 4 blocks north.
The boy is in the farmhouse on Fairlane Road, a half mile from Fremont.
What are you trying to do? Shut up, will you?
Cy Barnard is waiting in the car on Tantamount Road at Route 27.
You hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. You know where Tantamount Road is?
Yes, I know.
All right, give me the phone. Operator, this is a police officer. Get me Precinct 87.
Police! Stop or I'll shoot!
How would you like to join the force, Mr. King?
It doesn't pay enough, Mr. Corella.
Jeff Reynolds?
Yes.
You all right?
Yes.
Anybody here with you?
No.
Where'd they go?
Where did who go?
The man and the woman, the ones using that transmitter out there.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been here alone ever since he left this morning.
Ever since who left this morning?
Cy. His name was Cy.
Now look, kid, a detective named Corella said he heard a man and a woman argue over this thing. The woman's name was Kathy. He heard that. Now, where are they?
There was no man and woman.
Look, kid, we're gonna get it all out of Cy anyway. All you're doing is giving them time.
Well, maybe time is all I need.
Well, let's go, son. Your father's worried.
Well, since when did we start reading the financial page?
Yeah. Just reading an article about King. Listen to this. Industrialist buys controlling interest in Granger Shoe Company.
That's our boy.
Well, that's our boy. Mr. King.
Hello, Mr. Corella.
This is Jay.
Explain.
I was just reading an article about you. Congratulations, sir.
Thanks. The reason we're down here, we were wondering if you caught up with the other two yet.
Yeah, just about an hour ago. Teletype just came in. Afraid that's not going to make Jeff very happy.
Well, he's going to have to learn that not only does crime not pay, but crime's got to be paid for him.
He's young. He'll learn.
Oh, the real reason I'm here is to apologize for giving you a rough time.
That's very nice of you, Mr. King.
No, I'm not being nice. I'm just being fair. You do your job well.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Mr. Corella, I've been married to Doug for 19 years, and that's the first time I've ever heard him apologize to anybody. I think it looks well on him.
Goodbye, Mrs. King.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Goodbye. No, Steve, I still don't dig that guy.
Well, you don't have to. Just take him as he is. Well, as Confucius says, rich people are different from poor people. They got more money. Confucius said that.
'87 Squad Detective.